Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's another lovely day. It's nice. It's warm. I'm just hoping I'm not sweating my butt off like I normally do on a work day. I'm just tired of sweating. My allergies are coming back, but I am treating them accordingly. So I was asked to do a video on, what is it? They had a really fancy term for it, but it's where you judge an animal because of its breed. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Like I've said that, you know, what I say about human beings, you know, I don't judge everybody. I don't judge everybody. I don't judge anyone. And if I do catch myself judging anyone, I pretty much go with what I feel when it comes to, sorry, my mind's drawing a blank. Normally, like, if someone's actions and attitude and personality, whenever that becomes a problem, I go with what I'm shown. I go with what evidence I have of a person. Or if I just have a peculiar bad feeling about somebody, I keep my guard up, but I try to give them a benefit of the doubt. And if that reason on why I got that bad feeling about them is proven, then I just stay away. I don't give it the time or energy to judge them, to let my opinion be known about them. But, you know, when they ask, you know, do you have a problem with me? I'll be like, I really don't like how you treat blah, blah, blah. I really don't like the fact that you gossip, or I tell them what I don't like. I'm like, I really don't want to be around that. You know, I will be around you if I have to, but I will deal with whatever you dish out. But just know that that's what I don't like, and if you want to change it, there it is. It's on the table. Do what you want with it. Do what you will with my opinion and my feelings. But don't hurt me over it, because I can honestly tell you it will not go far. Not anymore. Not in this day and age, because I got other things that require my energy, honestly. But, yeah. So, anywho. So, I've had someone want me to give advice on that. Spoken from a personal matter, I had someone dump 2 dogs on me. I fell in love with them both. I love them both. Wherever Joker may be, I really miss him. And I'm always going to wonder about him. And I'm always going to miss him, because he was a thoroughbred pit. Big old meathead, buff body. He was a meat mountain. He was my little beefcake. I gave him to somebody who needed an animal who was very empathetic and very protective over her children. Every single pit, or bulldog, or terrier, or German shepherd, or Dalmatian even, every animal I've ever come in contact with, if you approach them in a nice, calm, quiet, nice demeanor, especially if they've been through a lot, because the pit and I'd say she was a collie German shepherd mix. She was like a shepherd collie. Colors of a German shepherd, but she had the regular classic Lassie collie, like fur and body. She even had the long nose. Beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. we named her Harley because Joker and Harley were inseparable. I know there's ink on my fingers. I wear it as a badge of honor. Anyways, he was not aggressive. Joker was the pit. He was not aggressive. He looked like he was put into a fight. How do I know? The bite marks in the ears and the face and the neck. And, also, he had, tape burns from repeatedly having tape put on his, 2 front feet and his 2 hind legs. He was thrown out, I guess when they found out he wasn't a fighter, he was a lover, that they were going to use him as a bait dog to get the other dogs into having a taste for their own kind's blood. And yeah, I know a good amount about dog fighting, not because I was active in it, but because I can't tell you how many times when I volunteered for in the ASPCA out in Oklahoma that we busted up a dog fighting ring. It's atrocious. The living conditions are terrible. They purposely abuse them to make them mean, to break them. And any dogs that are not fighting material, they use them for bait. Or they, when they're dead, out of malnutrition and neglect or abuse, they do cut them up and they feed it to them. They feed them to each other. And it's terrible. If eating your own kind, like if people were to eat their own kind, if someone committed cannibalism, it does chemical damage to the brain, to the body. It really messes it makes you have a taste for it. So that's why when this is a hard subject to talk about, because what I've seen busting up this dog fighting rings, I'm actually just ringing on my gear shift here. It's heartbreaking. Because these animals are always known as man's best friend. And all they want is to be loved like a person. All we really want, really, is to be loved and accepted. And these poor animals fall under the hands of bad people. And all a lot of people do is, it's so easy to blame the victim, which happens to be a breed of dogs and animals. It's the people's fault, because I have taken I don't know how many dogs and trained them to be family home ready. Learn basic commands. I've trained some dogs to be nanny dogs. I've trained some dogs to be helper dogs. Like, let's say someone is physically impaired. They need someone to just go and get, be able to do basic functions like open doors, grab a phone if they need it, grab a water bottle or grab something, grab something, helper dogs. I've had the privilege of donating my time to learning on how to train dogs for the blind, and for the hearing impaired. Like, if the phone rings, they're able to alert their owner. Or if there's someone coming in and trying to break in their house, or they're able to alert the owner because, hey, hearing impaired. I mean, you can't hear nothing. At least you got something to tell you. Hey, something going on. My favorite was training nanny dogs. Basically to help and protect children. I've trained protecting guard dogs, where they can be ferocious and mean if they have to, if someone's breaking in your home, but if you got kids, they're able to be nanny dogs. So, like a guardian dog. That's what some people call them, guardian dogs. I've taken a lot of the ones that were trained to be fighters and made them into docile pups. So, once a dog has been put through abuse, there are some things that you need to be leery of. There are some behaviors that you need to watch out for. And honestly, I don't condone judging a whole entire breed of dog or animals. If there's one kind of animal I really don't like, and I pretty much don't really have a whole lot of empathy on, would be humans, because we know better. We know better than to do what we do and say what we say and treat people and animals on how we treat them. We know better, but hey, are we going to do better? Not up for me to decide. It's up to y'all. It's so easy to judge a whole entire race because of what they're known for. Oh, pits are evil. They're disgusting, hateful. My husband takes the dog that was dropped on us. Not the same one. Joker went off to be with a veteran and be a PTSD dog. To help her with her night terrors. Which I've heard that he's doing very good in that training, and he's doing really good by the family and protecting her children and helping her with her PTSD night terrors. So I couldn't ask for anything more than for him to have a chance to show that he's not evil and horrible and mean. He was sweet. Now, the one that was mean was that collie, that collie German Shepherd mix. She was mean. She was quite rough. But I broke her from being aggressive. When I was grooming him and he was having a fit, she decided to run me over and try to pin me into a wall. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't peg you to be the aggressive one. Well, consider me shocked. The thing is, my husband's father had a dog wander in his yard. And you can tell this dog was starving. You can tell he was abused because he was chained. And you can see the chain burns around his neck from the chain, just the chain being on him. And you can see the calluses of, the calluses of him being on a cement floor somewhere. And hard surfaces hurt him. So when he lays down, you hear him go, ugh, when he's on the floor. But if he's on his pillow, he's like, like he's not used to it. He didn't even know what a bed was until we got him a dog bed. Well, he always takes the dog up to the bus stop because the little girl that, we watch from time to time, she loves the dog. He's sweet. She plays with him. She tries to ride him like a pony. And she kisses him on the head, and she just loves him so much. He wouldn't hurt a fly. He wouldn't hurt nobody. And we got these people at the bus stop that want to judge him. If we're in the neighborhood walking him around, people say, "Don't you go near that dog," to their kids, like the dog's going to rip him to shreds. He's not. He just wants to go pee and poop and play around. That's it. I've heard so many people tell their kids, like, "Ooh, I want to pet the doggy." And he's okay for anyone to come and pet him. He's fine. He's wonderful. He loves kids. And I hear people blatantly to my face say, "Don't you go near that dog. It's going to rip your fucking arm off." I'm like, I'm looking at him real closely like, no, he's not. And I just look at him like, what the hell? What have you gone through personally to already judge the animal before you even met it? Judging a breed of animal is like judging humans because you know there's some out there that are murderers. Judging a breed, judging a dog because of its breed, is like judging the entire human race because you know some of them, there's some that exist that are murderers. So I guess that isn't. So I guess that, you know, that blatant judging, it goes two ways. If you go out of your way to judge an animal because of things you've heard, it's stupid. Well, there are stories about dogs just turning on their owners. There are some dogs that do snap because of whatever the case may be, like people. There are people out and about that are around you that you don't know that they snap. You don't know. Heck, I snapped at age 17. I didn't hurt nobody. Well, I did fight back with against kids that bullied me. I snapped. I hurt them pretty bad. But you know what? I'm here. I'm alive. Just because I snapped, I mean, doesn't mean that, you know, that doesn't mean I should be killed, euthanized. Now, I went and got therapy after I snapped. And I think animals should have a chance to get trained. You know, find out what's going on. There are such things as animal psychologists. You know? And just because he growled at a cat, everyone at the bus stop is like, "Oh, don't touch that dog. He's going to kill you." I'm sorry, but dogs and cats have been at each other's throats ever since the dawn of time. It's normal. But of course, these sheltered little snowflakes, they feel, "Oh, he growled at a cat. A dog growled at a cat. Oh, he's vicious." Now, I know dogs and cats can get along, but if it's a strange dog or a strange cat that they don't know, of course they're going to growl at it. Holy crap. It's ridiculous judging an entire breed because of things that you've seen and heard. That dog may not be the very dog that came after you when you were a kid. Or, sorry, I had to get rid of that. Or that dog may not be the same dog that you heard a story on Facebook about that mauled somebody. I mean, come on. I mean, just because of what O.J. Simpson did, are you judging every black man the same, assuming that they're going to do the same thing that O.J. Simpson did? Or, here's one. Just because Hitler killed a lot of Jews, are you going to judge every brunette German person because, hey, Hitler did this? I guess you're Hitler too. Or me. Just because Vikings back in the day raped, pillaged, and plundered everything and were known as brutal and violent, are you going to judge me because of what my ancestors did? I mean, I'm sure there was a blonde shield maiden or two running around in that fiasco, killing people, lighting villages on fire. Are you going to judge me just because I look like them? No. Are you going to judge every white woman to be just like Lorena Bobbitt that cut her husband's Peter off? No. No. Are you going to judge every white guy to be Jeffrey Dahmer? Oh, it's a white man. He could be like Jeffrey Dahmer and eat people. Are you really going to judge everybody for their resemblance and what character traits that they physically have? I mean, if you're not going to do that to people, why are you doing it to animals? Why are you doing it to a poor dog that just wants another chance at life? It speaks highly on a character when someone wants to blindly judge and hate because of whatever reason. There are people that live among us that just have to have something to hate. They have to have something that they are against of. They have to have some reason to have a bitch fit. So, if you own an animal, and people are giving you crap like my neighbors did when I had Joker. Neighbors called the county saying that I had a ferocious animal in my possession, and that was when I had Joker. I know what neighbors it was. And every time I knocked on their door to talk to them and ask them what is going on with you guys, you know, can we just talk and get along and figure out why you have a problem with my family, they would act like they're not home when I can see them in the window. They just ignore it, look at me, not answer the door, and I'm just like, I just want to talk to you. Just want to talk to you. That's all. They're crazy. But they called the county saying I had a ferocious animal. And they also called and said I had a dog fighting ring in my yard. I'm like, these are the same people that would call the county saying I have goats in the yard. We actually had a cement goat. They said we had goats in the yard. We long as I've lived there, we didn't have any goats ever. But they said there's goats in the yard, and I'm just like, they must be microscopic, because I turned to my father, and I turned to the county guy, the Chesterfield County dude, and I said, I never knew we had goats. I was laughing. I'm like, come on, buddy, let's take a walk on the property. I'm going to show you where these goats are at. And I was pointing at, like, logs and a tree. I said, that's a goat. That's a goat. There you go. It's a bad goat. And they're like, are you thinking are you hiding them? I'm like, you want to look in the shed? See? No goats here. And then, we had a cement goat. Yeah. That's the most well-behaved goat that I've ever seen. We never had to pin it. We never had to, feed it, really. I mean, it just stood there. It was a cement goat. You know, the little lawn ornaments? A cement goat. It didn't make no noise. It didn't move. I said, hey. I pointed the goat at that cement goat, and I said, now stay. You stay right there. And I'm like, see, it's a good goat. He felt that, you know, the county guy felt that, you know, we were pulling the proverbial wool on his eyes. Yeah. And they, when they realized that, how well-behaved Joker was, he felt like a fool. I can't tell you how many times the county would be called because of some stupid reason. And so I called that guy, and I just let him have a piece of my mind because he felt it was his business to ask about my whereabouts. I got married and moved out. So, it's a little hot in here. It's October 9th and it's hot. Oh! Rain? But it's sunny. Okay. Well, the best advice I have for you for when things get tough is to every now and then, as much as you can, have your dangerous dog out in the open where people can see and play and show how well behaved your dog is. Let it be known that your dog is, put some cute little shirts on them. Try to make them as, cute as possible, even though people are like, oh, it's a dangerous breed. It's a dangerous dog. You know what? Humans are dangerous too. Have you tried driving on interstate? If you're not afraid of dangerous humans, why the heck are you afraid of dangerous dogs? Ooh. I don't get the fascination of judging a dog, by its breed. It's like judging a person because they're black or white or Asian or whatever, or Middle Eastern. We have to judge somebody, don't we? Swear to God. Makes me sick. There, in Oklahoma, there was a guy that would adopt pits and German Shepherds and Rottweilers, and he would torture them. Or he would lock them up in a metal trash can and put it on a bonfire. He was trying to single-handedly kill all dangerous breeds. Those animals were adopted under false pretenses, thinking, oh, I have a home. I have a home. Someone's gonna love me. And then they get to his farm and he tortures them. Now tell me if that's right. Would you do that because you're afraid of a breed? Would you really do that? Look into that animal's eyes. Tell me you would abuse it to death because it's a dangerous breed. That was an ASPCA call that I wish I never went to. He would go out of his way to rip their teeth out or take a hammer and bash their mouth up because they're dangerous. He did unspeakable things to these animals. And it's quite screwed up. If I hear someone judge a dog one more time, I'm going to have something to say about it. Seriously. I mean, if you judge the dog, I'm going to judge you. Because I'm going to judge you for being stupid. You don't know the dog, you don't know me. Why are you trying to attempt to judge? just like the golden rule, judge not lest ye be judged. Think on how dangerous you are, and then ask yourself, who's more dangerous, the dog or you? Think. We are far more dangerous than a blasted dog. Well, I'm going to leave on that note, and I hope that the main advice on how to live with this kind of thing, dilemma, is to constantly show how harmless your dog is. Baby talk them, love on them, shower them with love in front of these people. Show them that you can get in his face and go right on their little nose. Go, I booped a snoot. And you can rough with him a little bit and show that he's not going to hurt nobody. I hope that helps. So, I hope we all have a really good day today. Peace.